But your relationship 100% devoted on farthering, I don't know which is the correct term in this particular junction, the kingdom of God, honoring God, and encouraging each other in the Spirit. So instead of just of drawing support from the Spirit, right? You're in a single life. You're drawing support from the Spirit. That's what you're doing. You, the Spirit, boom. That's where your support comes from. When you're in a relationship, even a dating relationship, and there's aren't going to be people who are going to disagree with me on this, and I'm going to say, hear me out. You draw together from that Spirit, right? You're together. You're both individually drawing from that Spirit. You continue doing that, but as you're doing that, you encourage this relationship to have this kind of focus, right? Earthly relationship with a heaven focus. So it becomes this kind of triangle scheme, right? We talked about this when we did Love and Relationships. You're both focused on God, and you're both pulling together from the same Spirit, that same support, and that, boom, is where your support from each other comes from. It's not just, hey, I'm going to do my best as a human being to love you as a human being. No, that's BS. It's not going to work, right? You're going to muck everything up. And it's mucked up situation to begin with if that's where it starts from, right? Because what do we know from the Bible? Why do I say this? We love because He first loved us. That's how I know our relationship has to start here, okay? This relationship, this side-by-side earthly relationship, has to start with this up and down relationship with God. And it has to be this person and this person, right? These two people drawing together from that same Spirit. If you guys are unequally yoked, this is what it's going to look like. One person's going to be drawing from the Spirit. This other person's going to be drawing from all these other influences. And whenever this person is giving to this person's going to be taking and drawing and pulling it out. This person's going to end up spiritually just destitute. They're going to be emotionally drained. This person's going to be totally unsatisfied with the relationship because they don't understand love to begin with, and it's going to fall apart and crumble. It's going to be awful. There's going to be fights. There's going to be tears. There's going to be a divorce. If you guys get married, it's going to be rough. Okay, so don't by any means be unequally yoked. That's just asking for trouble. It's stupid. If you're already in that situation, please start praying. Get on your knees. Sometimes praying is the only thing you can do, but it is always the best thing you can do. You can quote me on that all day. I like that. I made that up. The relationship needs to be all infused with the Spirit. That's the bottom line. Okay? So as you're doing the spiritual growth, here's what you do. You're in a relationship with a girl. You're already in a relationship maybe. Pick a book of the Bible. Pick any book of the Bible. Start reading it together. Read a chapter a day and talk about it. Okay? You don't have to, don't do your quiet time together. Goodness, no, that's your alone time with God, okay? You get alone time with your date, you better be giving alone time to God every day, okay? Because that is more important. That's the focus here. He is more important. This relationship more important than this relationship. This relationship does not work, does not even exist if this relationship does not exist. That is the, boom. If you get that much out of today, cool. You got enough. But do that. So if you go to City Church, right, you get a text message every day if you follow, and every day on your phone you get a message that has your reading for the day. You open it up, you do the reading for the day. If you both want to subscribe to something like that, awesome. If you guys want to pick a reading plan out of the Bible app that's on all smartphones now, awesome, do that. Or just pick a book of the Bible, go through it a chapter a day, and then talk about it. It doesn't have to be talking about a lot, but be on the same page, right? Send some, like, if you know you guys both do it in the morning, you guys both read it in the morning, then, maybe around lunchtime, you're at work, say, hey, what did you think about this verse? Or, hey, I thought about you when I read this verse. I mean, obviously you were focused on God, but hey, it happens. You think about people when you're reading the Bible, and you pray for them when you think about them, because it's usually the Spirit laying that person on your heart. I got really spiritual there. God, I don't know. That sounded a little religious. I'm sorry if that came off as religious. But you know what I'm talking about, right? So that if your focus can become that, then it will grow into more. Go to church together. If you're not going to church together, that's stupid. That's asking for trouble. That's inviting trouble upon your relationship. If you guys are not going to church together, that's just stupid. And okay, so maybe you guys can't go to church together. Maybe one of you works on Sunday morning. Do church together. I don't care what your excuse is. Go to a Saturday night service. Go to a Wednesday night service. Go to church together. Be involved in the community of Christians together. And then of course, make your friends Christian friends. That doesn't mean you need to stop your relationship with other friends, but your romantic relationship here needs to be involved with people who are Christians. It needs to be involved with other believers so that they can encourage you to keep that spiritual focus. Because what's going to happen if you're in this relationship, right? You're in this romantic relationship with this other person, and you're with them all the time, and you're hanging out with those people who don't have spiritual conviction. What are you going to be around? You're going to be around a bunch of people who are having sex all the time, making out all the time, doing PDA. And PDA, when you're not married, guys, it's a distraction to other people. That's basically saying, hey, other people, have a great, passionate physical relationship before you're married. Ain't no thing. Ain't nothing but a G thing. Just do it. Do it up. You only live once. Party, YOLO. That's what you're telling other people. That's what you're telling the younger generation, right? Stop it. Stop it. If you had your hand right here and you were doing it, I'd slap your hand, because that's just stupid. That's selfish. It's dumb. It's immature. Okay? And I'm all for a little bit of PDA, a little kiss on the cheek out in public, a hug out in public, maybe even a peck on the lips if you're in that committed relationship. Hey, fine. But you're making out, you're holding up on each other, you're grinding all up in each other, you're going through Smiths and you're holding on to her jeans, grinding. I don't know why people do this. It's the stupidest looking thing in the world. But you're doing the penguin dance behind her as you're walking through the grocery store, walking through the supermarket. You're being an idiot. Okay? And she's being an idiot for letting you do that. Because you are telling everyone around you, our focus has nothing to do with God. Our focus has nothing to do with what other people think about us. Our focus is purely selfish and all about sex. That's what you're telling everybody. And who cares what your focus actually is? Because if that's what everybody else thinks your focus is, that's your ministry. That's your ministry. And you can be as selfish about it as you want. But I don't care what other people think about me. I do me. They can do themselves. You know what I'm saying? No. You have a responsibility. You have a social responsibility. Even as not a Christian, you have a social responsibility to set an example for the younger generation. Because there are a lot of teen pregnancies. My mom works in a middle school, and there are pregnancies in that middle school. More than a few since she started working there. This is the example that you are setting. You may think, hey, no big deal, I'm making out with this girl in public, but that little middle schooler, or that little elementary age student, or that high schooler who watches you doing that, guess what they're going to go do? That. And guess what they think you're doing at home? Sex. And we're going to talk about sex, because I know a lot of you are like, hey, sex is, it's not as big of a deal as we make it out to be. It's a pretty big deal. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get real with it, okay? And we're not going to get judgmental about it, absolutely not, but we're going to open up Scripture, and we're going to say, hey, what does it say here? What does it say? And let's be real about it. So we love because He first loved us. So our love knows to come from Him. That's going to be the motto today. That's going to be the motto from today. Get that tattooed in your mind. Don't actually get a physical tattoo of it, because it's kind of a stupid tattoo to get unless you already have that tattoo, and then it's awesome. Dude, good for you. That's a cool tattoo. I hope that see you guys at Bring Your Own Bible. It's the only physical Bible study that we have going on right now. Hoping to start some other stuff in the spring, but this is going to be it for a while. It's a pretty heavy Bible study, and we're getting a lot out of it. So please, if you can just get the Purple Book and follow along yourself, and just do it week by week with some other people, do that. It's $5 on iTunes, right? $5. Go buy it. It's cool. Just do it. And then. That's that. Please comment, share the video. You know you want to share the video. Boom, do it. Have a good week, guys.